Cek sound. Oke guys, halo, berjumpa lagi dengan aku Wahyu kan di channel Wahyu kan Play Games. Kali ini aku akan meneruskan petualangan di dunia Genshin Impact ya guys ya. Kemarin 2 hari yang lalu atau 3 hari yang lalu, Sabtu 3 hari yang lalu berarti ya guys ya. Bukan, sekarang Senin ya, Minggu. Iya berarti itu enggak berapa 3 hari yang lalu. Iya hari Jumat kemarin, Jumat terakhir live itu hari Jumat. Terakhir live hari Jumat itu ceritanya masih di Sumeru, di desert itu ya, padang pasir guys. Ntar ini harus santai dulu sambil nunggu teman-teman yang lain datang guys. Genshin Impact. Oke, kita start game guys. Mudah-mudahan tidak ada update yang besar ya. Tidak ada update yang besar guys. Oke, langsung bisa kita klik ini. Tidak ada yang absen dulu guys, yang mau absen. Jadi hari Sabtu dan Minggu kemarin kebetulan aku lagi keluar kota, jadi nggak bisa live stream guys. Kita cari ini dulu guys. Set. Kita cari orang dulu guys. Oke, masih loading rupanya guys. Hari Senin jam 7 malam ya, mungkin yang baru pulang kerja bisa santai ya sambil leha-leha di kasur. Ini guys, main Genshin Impact ini santai nih mainnya ya guys ya. Main questnya pun santai. Ini kita ada melanjutkan quest yang kemarin saja dulu guys. Di sini ya, chapter 3 bagian 3, pindah lokasi dan bergantung kursi dengan Cino. Oke, ikuti guys.
Time to act.
Gimana ini ceritanya guys? Kita disuruh ngobrol sama
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, then suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, after that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler? I don't think so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was...
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
Bagaimana memberikan kekuatan peneliti gila itu sebagai dari laser kok.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your... Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in... The academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling...
That look in your eyes. How can this... To think. Our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Mungkin kita bisa cari dari beberapa pintu.
Excuse me, are you here to help?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
Oh, ini penduduk lokal di sini,
My
guys.
name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa mad?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just grandpa.
Kakeknya
Why do you have to call him that?
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just grandpa. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I wanna find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Mantap.
Ah, So
Ini
you're the one who was
pasti
eavesdropping on us around the village
akunnya
chief's house. I was planning to go
bocah
out and
ini.
take care of whoever it was.
Whoa. Ethan wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses.
Selamat datang,
Sino,
Mas
he's
Buce.
just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Kalian boleh tanya Kak Candice aja.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Masih harus menyelesaikan cerita ini dulu guys. Petualangannya masih panjang guys. Tenang. Kita live streaming kali ini nge-chill. Sambil menikmati ceritanya Genshin Impact nih guys, gimana? Masih di chapter 3 ya, chapter.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what
Ya mungkin kalau yang sudah
We
menyelesaikan
just wanted to confirm something with you.
misi
You
di
know a boy
sini
by
atau
the name
quest
of
di sini
Isak?
mungkin ya bosen, nggak apa-apa.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
You knew this would happen?
Nanti kita coba
Yes.
gacha
Although
ini
he tried
Raiden
his best to
Shogun
stay
guys.
Isak's parents were both
Karena aku
Aramite
sudah dapat
mercenaries who rarely returned
ini
to the village
10
after finding employment in the city.
10
He was
wine
raised
ya,
by his
apa namanya.
grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various
Gitu,
families in the
oke,
village
oke.
took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. So grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head,
Siap, Mas
He even took
Rizky
Isak to the entrance
Pratama,
of the
selamat
village.
datang.
where he patiently taught the boy the names. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again,
Kita
only
main
to
game
realize his
santai
grandpa
ini
no
ya.
longer recognized him. It's said that those
Sambil
who saw the
menikmati
scholar claimed he
pemandangan
no longer
indah.
appeared to be crazy. Isak was thrilled that his
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad.
perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form. It's also my reason for fighting.
Sepertinya kakek yang tersadar adalah Nahida. Dia juga pasti mengambil tiga lain. Oh begitu. Tapi Nahida kan lagi ditangkap, itu ceritanya di sini.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate God watching over them.
Ini teman-teman main Genshin
What
Impact
did you
juga
say,
nggak ya?
Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get...
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please.
Halo sama.
Hey, Isak!
Berarti.
Oh, it's you guys.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find
Hari
your
kakekmu
grandpa.
sama-sama.
Really?
Kakekmu pasti akan baik-baik saja.
All right.
Mantap Om
Let's
Kakek.
ask the local
Selamat
residents
datang
some
Mas
questions
Rama.
first.
Santai dulu Mas Rama. Ini masih misi di sini Sumeru. Nah ini chapter 3 bagian 4 ini masih di sini guys. Tanya kepada lokal, masih mencari info itu. Nah ini aja masih kebuka segini. Halo Kenan. Halo Kenan, selamat datang Kenan. Gimana kabarnya? Nah, ini kita masih harus membuka area sini nih guys, belum kebuka. Misinya masih di area sini. Ya kita selesaikanlah questnya sambil santai. Aku dapat primorgan 10 guys. Jadi nanti sama terus iya santai Kenan. Ini nanti kita ada gacha ya, karena sudah dapat 10 ini guys, interwing fit 10 bisa gacha 10 langsung, jadi kemungkinan dapat Raidennya lebih besar. Begono. Tapi nanti aja gacanya guys. Kita lanjut misi dulu aja guys ya. Ada gajah, mana gajah? Kita tanya penduduk lokal ini guys, disuruh nyari informasi guys.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side. Anything else?
Tidak ada.
Time to
Kita
act.
tanya orang itu guys.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Kayaknya mereka
But honestly,
kabur malam-malam.
I feel
guys,
quite
ya.
sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right?
Oh, kembaran.
He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Well, whatever the case, I'll always...
Gotcha. Thank you.
Nah, ini ceritanya lagi nyari itu guys, pengembara yang hilang, itu penjaga desa yang hilang. Kita harus cari informasi ke penduduk lokal guys. Di sana. Betul nggak? Tak pikir live streaming Biko. Halo Mas Idos. Bukan Mas Idos. Bahaya kalau live streaming Biko Mas Idos, nanti saya disawer, disuruh joget-joget nanti Mas Idos.
Sir,
Live streaming
have you
santai
seen
aja,
my
Mas
grandpa
Idos.
recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village
Ini
entrance.
lagi main
Oh, well, if it
Genshin
isn't
Impact.
Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's the last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual.
Ini
I went and asked
gamenya
him if he liked any
santai,
of the food I had prepared,
grafiknya
despite my wife's
ya
protests.
memanjakan mata lah.
Like many people, she's really
Oh,
quite
main
terrified of them.
Roblox nggak? Main kok
Speaking of
Kenan,
my
tapi
wife, she's still
ya
always
gitu Roblox
complaining
itu
about how I don't make enough mora.
apa ya?
That might explain why
Permainannya
she's
kan
always
ada
mad at me.
banyak gitu.
Oh, thank you.
Jadi bingung
Thank
kadang
you for
main yang
taking
mana.
care of him.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking
Biasanya
for
main
him,
juga
right?
sama
Did
ponakan
he
kok main
go for a
Roblox.
walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Di situ kita
Oh,
bisa
that's no good.
milih banyak permainan kan,
once you found
tapi
him,
ya itu kadang
come by my
bingung mau
place
main
again and
apa.
I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young.
Kalau main
So as
Roblox
far
main
as I'm
offline
concerned,
aja.
your family. Please feel free to come by
Kadang-kadang
anytime.
Wow.
Sound di Roblox itu kena
Okay. Thank you,
kena
sir.
ini copyright.
Huh? Don't say it. Let's head over there. Stay quiet.
Raja Tanah Merah dan 3 penjara dimulai gitu. Nah, ini questnya di sini, guys. Ini kamu dan Cina mencari pekerjaan penjaga desa. Begitu ceritanya. Aku biasanya main Roblox Kaiju Universe. Oh ya. Yang itu ya. Kalau nggak salah yang apa itu? Menghancurkan kota itu ya. Betul nggak? Kaiju Universe itu. Sorry guys, minum dulu guys. Ya gini guys, kalau malam-malam itu enak streamingan guys, main game tenang.
Listen, see if you
Soalnya
can
kalau
make out what they're saying.
pagi sampai siang itu
Have you heard? The mighty King
kanan
Deshret,
kiri
the sovereign
dangdutan
of our
semua
faith,
itu.
will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret
Ini
is
paling
the
nanti
one
sampai
and
jam
only true ruler of this
9-an live
land.
streaming.
I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here.
Ada yang
anytime
main
soon.
ini enggak?
What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's
Main
civilization in ancient times.
Elden
Don't
Ring.
quite know why.
Kainan
but
main
it seems like
Elden
there's
Ring
some
nggak
sort of
kainan?
connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Kita fokus ke ceritanya dulu guys.
Who are you? Where did you come
Oh,
from?
oh iya.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Itu permainan yang susah itu guys. Kainan.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from
Kemarin
hearsay.
banyak
I went
game
for a drink the
gratisan
other
itu
day
kainan
and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear
di
and that King Deshret will
Epic
return to this land.
Epic Games
I'm not making
sama
this up,
Steam
I
banyak
swear.
game gratisan. Kalau di Android nggak tahu ya, kayak di
Hey,
Android banyak yang
Go
gratis
on.
juga.
Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending. Would you want to live like this if you were in
Kalau
our
di
place?
Android biasanya
The
main
radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the
yaitu
news.
Roblox, tapi
We're
sudah
all praying
jarang.
for King Deshret's speedy return.
Terus Mobile
Delavar
Legends.
also said that once King Deshret
Ayah
returns
yang
to our
tahu,
side,
ayah yang tahu
it's
kalau
only a
Epic
matter of time
Games.
before we
Oh
conquer
iya,
the land
minta
on the other side of the wall.
Is that so?
di Epic Game banyak game-game gratisan itu, game-game indie. Oh iya,
got it.
Kenan sholat dulu
I,
sudah Isya ya.
At first, I told myself it was just the drink
Ya
talking.
Kenan sholat dulu,
But then all the
nanti
mad
balik
scholars
lagi.
vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the.
Where is this radical
Waalaikumsalam
person you talked
Rito.
about?
Halo, selamat datang Rito.
I haven't run into him over the past few days. So
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's...
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
no, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you
Biasa
trying to
Bang,
contact
biasa.
anybody.
Oke,
Don't
absen
do
terus ya.
anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something
Aku
foolish,
pin ini.
and even
Rito ini harus
Candace won't be
dipin.
able to protect you.
yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Untung saja.
He
Oke.
didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Iya itu buset rame. Itu teman-temanku itu kebanyakan di atas itu Rito. Tadi soalnya sempat nge-share link di WhatsApp tadi. Periksa rumah para peneliti itu.
Very well.
Kita periksa rumahnya, guys.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there.
Dah like. Oke Rito, terima kasih atas like-nya. Ini masih biasa, masih misi. Nanti kita gacha Raiden nanti. Raiden Shogun ini soalnya aku udah dapat interwin fit di 10, jadi bisa gacha. Tapi kita ngelanjutin misi-misi aja dulu ya. Questnya itu masih disuruh ke rumahnya itu. Kita ngikuti Aisyah.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is.
Siap. Kalau rame, nanti
like my real grandpa.
kamu tak jadiin moderator. Pokok kamu absen, tak jadiin moderator nanti. Kandidat moderator kamu nanti.
Well, this is where Grandpa
masih belum rame
usually
soalnya.
stays.
There sure isn't much here.
Aroma.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Bulan ini targetnya kita 200 subscriber ya. Ini masih 100-an soalnya. Bulan ini targetnya 200.
But are you okay? Are you...
There's a scent that you can sense.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully,
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two...
Yes.
Nari.
Now that I concentrate...
Wait, surely Tainari didn't let...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Aroma rupa ya guys ya. Kita nyari sesuatu di sini guys. Kita pakai elemental side. Tidak ada apa-apa.
Time to act, body and mind.
Kalau ke sana nggak ada.
Time to act.
Di dalam sini mungkin. Amati tenda. Amati barang-barang. Dah gacha Raiden. Belum Rito, belum. Nanti jam 8 gacanya jam 8 ya. Jam 8 kita gacha nanti. Mudah-mudahan dapat Raiden. Hah, ada orang guys. Bukan.
Sino?
Here it is.
Ini dia.
Take a look right here.
Dia menemukan sesuatu.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Apa itu?
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
Jejak kaki di sini.
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes.
Seseorang dari desa, guys.
This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints had...
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a
Santai, Rito.
scent?
Tenang, Rito, nggak perlu nyawer kok, Rito. Kita bisa memancing orang pergi dengan orang mas. Juga sering ketemu. Begitu.
Hey, what's wrong with liking
Cukup
good food?
like,
Everyone's got
subscribe,
something they love in life.
dan komen
Exactly.
saja sudah cukup.
Most scholars are
Meramaikan
fond of
saja sudah
incense,
cukup.
since even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their...
No,
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness?
Orang itu muncul sama
Still,
pelajarnya.
why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Apa ya orang?
Are the rumors
mungkin.
really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
Kaum radikal.
It's highly likely.
please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever...
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about
Ayo
what we
kembali ke
learned here.
desa Aru terlebih dahulu untuk
After
berita
that,
Candice dan yang lainnya
We'll
tentang
set
informasi yang
off
kita
to
dapat.
find the scholars.
Lalu kita pergi dari cari pelajar itu tadi. Oke, kita kembali ke desa. Hup. Sebelah mana ya? Oh, di atas, guys. Kita tunggu dulu biar stamina-nya terkumpul. Kita dapat ini, guys. Sisunya C berapa? Ini sih cuy, level 60. C itu apa maksudnya? Status. Ada guys. Ya levelnya 60. Seginilah. Nggak, kita harus naik ini guys. Kita langsung ke atas aja lewat sini. Lewat sini guys. Hah?
Right.
Ya ini.
The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
Candice.
We've got a lot to tell you.
Ini aku sudah dapat karakternya guys. Candice.
Welcome back.
Cino juga sudah dapat.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Ya nggak dapat deh.
Oh, Dia's here too.
Konstelasi. Oh. Ya tadi
You bet.
ada kan?
So,
Nggak ada
everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
tadi. Cuma dapat cuma dapat
All
satu.
Hatham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you.
Did you find out anything useful?
Kami memberitahu polisi.
I see.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Sepertinya aku pernah dengar nama-nama itu sebelumnya, tadi mana?
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Iya, Mas Yasa.
Let's head out.
Halo Mas Yasa, selamat datang.
Now hold on, you're staying right here,
Main Genshin
Sino.
Impact juga nggak Mas Yasa ini? Main lah
Our
pasti ya.
village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out.
Bentar, guys.
The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to...
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Game harusnya bikin happy dong ya. Kayak game ini tuh memanjakan mata, guys. Sebenarnya dari kesulitan battle dan quest-questnya itu semua sudah dipermudah ya. Yang menarik di sini emang karakternya dan ya pemandangannya gitu, guys. Karakternya tuh cantik-cantik. Yang cantik aja ya, guys. Ya, dua karakter ini aku udah dapet itu. Grup Discord dari buat belum Rito sebentar. Masih belum bisa. Buatnya sih gampang. Memaintainnya nanti kesulitan nanti. Bentar. Mana karakterku ya? Oke, ini dia. Candice udah dapet, Chino udah dapet, tapi ningkatin itunya masih belum dapat materialnya, guys. Nah, ini udah dapet Candice. Karakter bagus, cuma belum dapat ininya ya. Kiki belum punya ya bang, kata Rito. Kiki itu yang mana ya? Yang kecil itu ya Kiki itu ya. Kayaknya belum dapat. Diona, Faruza, Sucrose, Lisa, Laia, Noella, Bennett, Rosaria, Barbara, Cina. Nggak dapat aku yang Kiki. Sayu malah dapat. Sayu ini elemen apa ya? Oh, elemen angin. Belum, nggak dapet aku. Pergi ke Kavalibat. Oke guys, kita disuruh pergi ke sini. Pakai Lisa panjat tembok. Mana ini ya? Coba pakai Lisa guys. Ini emang karakter super ini. Tapi belum aku maksimalin. Kita coba ganti ini, ganti visual.
And founded paradise for us.
Party kita ganti.
Oh, you're taking me out?
Tinggi ya rupanya Lisa. Loh, Cino aja kalah tinggi itu. Karakter super ini guys. Lo requestnya Rito. Tuh sudah panjat dinding. Sudah kan, sudah dipanjat dindingnya ini. Nggak ada apa-apa yang bisa dilihat ini Rito.
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.
Kita kembali ke formasi awal berarti. Soalnya ini masih belum dikembangin.
In the name of the princessin.
Kita pakai cewek yang imut-imut aja guys. Oke lah, kita gacha ya, coba kita gacha guys. Kita gacha. Bentar guys, berarti gini dulu. Kita tambah satu dulu. Pakai primogen. Oke, kita gacha satu dulu ya guys ya. Apakah bisa langsung dapat Raiden Shogun guys? Lihat ini guys. Ampas guys. Kita langsung 10 ini guys. Dapat nggak guys? Dapat nggak guys? Ya sabar ya bang. Gak dapat kayaknya ya. Ampas semua. Ya ampun. Aduh. Parah ini game ini. Masa nggak ada dapat satu aja? Masa nggak dapet bintang 4 ya guys ya? Padahal harusnya ada bintang 4 ya guys. Parah emang. Tapi tenang, kita punya ini 182 guys. Kita coba tukar 2 ini. Senang kita masih punya kesempatan guys. Kita masih punya kesempatan meskipun satu-satu. Bismillah dulu ya. Bismillah. Biru guys, ampas. Kok dapat senjata terus sih? Satu lagi. Kesempatanku habis. Udah nggak ada lagi, ini sisa waktunya 7 hari, nggak sempet ngumpulin lagi guys. Ini juga nggak bisa. ini sebagai penghibur Lara, kita coba gacha ini ya guys ya, satu-satu 3 aja lah. Waduh, keberuntungan aku lagi jelek ini guys. Ungu guys. Senjata lagi. Kok senjata terus sih? Sudah, cukup guys. Selamat tinggal, Raiden. Aku nggak dapet Raiden guys. Susah bener dapet Raiden. Kita langsung ke misi aja guys. Aduh, nggak dapet Raiden guys. Sudah susah-susah ngumpulin ya.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of
Minum
Samia.
dulu guys.
How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean.
Bang, coba
I had
kapan-kapan
the same
ada
question every time I walked this way when
tahu
I was a kid.
gacha. Guys,
Also,
siap.
why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block? It was only after I grew up that I realized
Tahu ya.
the wall of
Tahu, siap.
Samiel isn't just there to keep. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but we're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
Oke.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. Aduh, kok gitu sih?
I would tear down this wall with my
Fenty
own
punya
hands if I
nggak
could.
ada. Aku dulu ngegacha juga nggak dapet Fenty. Tadi ini kalau bisa aku juga mengambil tanganku sendiri. Bisa memahami perasaan.
Dia, you're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Kita harus menangkap. Jangan.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. Our mission started the moment we arrived
Ya
here.
udah dulunya bang, mau main.
Let's go check out the
Siap
tavern.
Rido.
Maybe we'll find
Lanjut
someone
aja
I
nggak
know.
apa-apa. Main ML dulu nggak apa-apa. Ini soalnya besok Rito masih harus sekolah ya. Kalau aku besok nggak sekolah Rito. Ntar aku mau ganti ini dulu guys. Judul live streaming kali ini adalah gagal mendapatkan ini guys, mendapatkan Raiden Shogun. Gagal gacha. Mami.
I created another universe and founded paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin der Verirrt.
Oke, lanjut saja menyelesaikan cerita di sini, guys.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zach?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Senang banget.
Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could... Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact...
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret.
Yes, how consider...
Jadi kita masukkan Zaki. Pergi ke tempat yang disebutkan Zaki. Oh, ke sana. Keluar, guys. Keluar.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the...
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on... Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that...
So, you've been watching us from the bear...
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really...
So you and Delavar have been part...
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join.
Yeah.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Beres kau.
Just as I
Kamu belum
expected.
tahu
Let's
siapa
teach him a
aku
lesson,
ya.
traveler.
Kau belum tahu siapa pengembara. Traveler.
Following orders. New punching bag.
Kasih air.
Rain outlines your fate.
Oke. Yang kedua kasih api, guys. Boom. Boom. Hup. Easy.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm... And of course you would believe... Even though you heard that so-called flame main is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want...
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat...
Wait, so he's a radical?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual...
So, that thing about how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the...
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret.
But I see through it all. And unlike...
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand.
Oh. Ternyata semua ini adalah ulahnya.
This should be all of
Ini
them.
Dehya, guys.
I'll let you take it from here.
Idenya Dehya ini.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified...
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
Oh, ternyata kan di sini
I'll meet you back
matanya
here tomorrow
beda
morning,
sebelah
traveler.
ya, guys. Kita bertemu lagi di sini. Oke.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live.
Kita disuruh ketemu besok, tunggu sampai besok pagi jam 6 sampai jam 12, guys. Sementara itu kita jalan-jalan dulu aja, guys. Berpetualang ke daerah sini. Daerah sini belum kebuka ya, guys ya. Kita buka dulu aja. Mana tadi Sally? Cerot. Dapat pemandangan bagus, guys. Wow, keren.
Sounds good to me.
Boom boom!
I summon thee.
No rest for the wicked.
destiny has brought me
Ada
hither.
musuh lagi di atas. Tembak di sini saja guys. Kena deh.
Law of the jungle.
Propagate! Motion to compel!
Wow. Tadi masih ada item yang belum diambil guys.
You are not
No, my
welcome
sword!
here.
Incinerate! By royal decree! I summon thee! Oz, reveal thyself! Bantu!
Agak merepotkan orang. Dari sini tuh ada guys. Nggak bisa. Kita coba. Nggak bisa guys, nggak bisa dihancurin kayaknya guys. Harusnya ke atas sini ya guys ya. Salah ambil jalan. Lagi ke daerah sini saja guys. Kita lewat dataran atas guys. Dari sapi. Wah, ke atas guys. Ternyata ada jembatan tak terlihat guys. Wow.
Remarkable condition.
Ke daerah sana guys. Wow, ada oasis. Itu dia teleport di atas guys. Akhirnya kita sampai juga. Ada oasis. Nah itu di sana. Berarti mengarah ke sini ya guys. Jauh juga rupanya. Ada tembok pasir guys, bentuk tembok keren. Sudah kebuka. Daerah padang pasir memang luas. Di sini atau di sana guys. Lewat sini kayaknya lebih aman guys. Oke, jangan sampai jatuh. Tidak. Kita saja. Hampir saja guys. Ini bisa dipancing, gak bisa guys. Yan Fei, kurang dikit lagi Yan Fei. Sip. Wow. Kita buka area ini, ada skill. Kita buka area di sini guys. Nah, akhirnya kebuka juga. Tapi di sini masih ketutup. Ini masih dari sini ada. Oh. Ini ada belum kebuka. Yang ini malah tuh. Jadi kita kesini buka ini sama buka ini guys. Terus buka yang ini ya. Oke, berikutnya. Baru punya satu. Betul nggak ya? Elemen angin guys.
What do you want from me?
Kita pakai wonder.
The wind rises.
Tapi di sini
too slow. Squall fury.
pasti di bawah. Iya guys. Kita ke bawah nggak? Oh, itu guys, ada guys. Bener di bawah guys.
Rises. Following orders. Quit following me. Quit following me. Too slow. Behold. Following me. The wind rises.
Kopan. Selamat datang Mas Kopan. Gasak Sam. Apanya yang digasak Mas Kopan? Belum bisa digasak ya guys. Nah ini deket, yang deket ke situ Mas Kopan. Lagi buka-buka portal ini Mas Kopan. Sat. Siap. Ini Sam Kopan ini main Genshin Impact juga nggak ya?
Behold. Too slow.
Pada kuil
nggak
main. Jadi di kawan ngerame. Jadi kawan ngerame ini. Oh iya betul. Ya diramaikan saja. Ngesro nggak apa-apa, pokok jangan berbicara yang tidak, berbicara yang iya saja. Aduh, ini kenapa nyangkut guys? Jadi kawan ngerame.
Quit following me.
Tidak, nah berbicara yang tidak mas. Kopan berbicara yang iya saja. Tidak. Kopan berbicara yang tidak guys. Mas Kopan lagi ngapain? Jadi ini nama gamenya itu Genshin Impact.
Quit following me.
Sam Kopan. Karakternya tak kasih tahu karakternya. Ada yang lucu, ada yang semelohe, ada yang ganteng, tapi aku jarang dapat. Untungnya jarang dapat yang cowok-cowok ya. Kok bisa tahu dapat yang cewek-cewek? Punya karakter cewek-cewek, ada cewek imut kayak gini, ada yang kayak gini, modelnya kayak gini modelnya, ada yang model gini, ada yang model gini, ada yang model gitu. Ini game santai nih untuk memanjakan mata.
Too slow.
Di sini. Nah, ini
Quit
kita
following me.
buka ini guys. Oke, nah map kita sudah full guys. Petualangan kita masih belum selesai ya. Kita pasti berpetualang di daerah sini guys. Oke, live streaming kali ini sudah 1 jam lebih, tapi kita akan lanjut aja sampai jam 9 nanti guys. Masih panjang. Ya karena sudah mulai kebuka jadi lebih mudah nanti kalau kita ada misi di daerah sini lebih cepat ya. Kita langsung ke misinya guys.
There's still a long road ahead.
Tunggu sampai besok pagi jam 6 sampai jam 6.12. Jadi kita harus mempercepat. Tunggu. Kira-kira masih bisa ini lagi nggak ya? masih bisa guys. Kurang. Nah, kita masih punya, jadi kita punya 2. Ayo, kamu pasti bisa. Ya, udah dapat. Sayu. Susah ya dapat Raiden Shogun, padahal sudah 50-50. Kemudian dari persentase ini 50%. Nggak ada lagi guys, kita terpaksa mohon kepada ini guys. Dapat senjata terus sih. Bisa satu lagi, kesempatan kita satu lagi. Dapat Raiden Shogun. Langsung skip ke jam 6 guys. Padahal tinggal Oke, kita lanjutkan questnya guys.
Hey Dia!
Right on time.
Ada info baru.
We'll know it.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some.
Oh, Paimon knows what you.
Yep, I guess you can put it. Us mercs, on the other hand, we.
Well, Paimon thinks you're.
Really?
Oh, Zino's here. And
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
to help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Oke, masuk ke rumah kepala desa.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Apa ini guys? Sekarang biasa banget guys.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that the people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be. A war would only cause us to
We understand. I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
You might not. Some mystery.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, I'm not...
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him. He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes... You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling...
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to... that guy, he wears a cloak.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Smooth.
Okay.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Stay.
Just as I thought, but what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely mean... Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it. All right.
Let's meet back here once...
What scheme is...
Tinggalkan rumah kepala desa. Oke, kita keluar dulu guys.
from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting.
You were gone for ages! Hey, what?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious.
Well, anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the.
Yep. Enough with the silent treatment!
Silent treatment.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're.
While you were invested.
Really?
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some.
Huh? Right here?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that.
What does that mean?
One step.
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean, some of them.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change this.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in...
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was...
Then, what?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I...
We're on it!
Jadi cewek tadi itu berbohong, guys. Dia takut dijadikan target sama para pemberontak.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier...
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our...
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her...
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Ya boleh saja.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Tidak.
Why is that?
Karena akan konflik.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the traveler. Do you believe our lives will get...
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary and weird. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back.
Oh, Hatham told us you have your reasons.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone...
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. And
you can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night. Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds, but because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for...
Yeah!
Rumah sakit itu. Wow, jauh padahal. Tadi sudah pergi ke sana, guys.
Shape, and there's sand everywhere. Ah! Monsters, watch out!
Ah! Germinate! Witness the power. Motion to compel. Incinerate! Inadmissible evidence! Boom boom!
Midnight Phantasmagoria. No rest for the wicked.
Drain outlines your fate. Time to act. Incinerate!
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandit? He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look. Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought up, what are you reading? Let
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position.
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon, and anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hut. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Mekanisme sekitar rumah sakit.
Propagate!
Kita harus menyelesaikan teka-teki di sini, guys. Betul. Oh, itu dia, guys.
No, my sword! Motion to compel! By royal decree! Shadow Raiden, let night fall! From boom! Incinerate! Scatter!
Ya sudah kebuka guys. Oke.
Look, there's someone over there.
Harus hati-hati.
Good idea. Let's approach him
Wait. You're...
Kamu adalah...
speak, and his eyes also. Why is he the
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know,
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the...
he's a scholar too? Is he?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach leaving that question aside for the moment. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh? What?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it,
Correct. The Academia, it isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection,
Emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who... These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia.
all the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Beneath, many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply...
Even if complications arise.
The notion of an academia...
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the... But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a... If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people...
Resource?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean...
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one...
So... the human brain... Nope, nah,
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their project. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But... or perhaps, his curiosity got the better of him.
Hyman's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the However, The academia is I've spent quite some.
You mean you're not even.
All scholars seek to expand the horizon, extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects. If this is the direction of academic progress, then
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules, whether it be academics or knowledge. Everything. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Probably not. Paimon.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling. Uniqueness is also an asset.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed.
I'm just a more likable person than. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step.
Ya, kita bawa orangnya terus kembali ke kepala desa di Aru Village gitu misinya. Kembali ke desa. Questnya gitu ya. Kembali ke rumah kepala desa di Aru Village dan berkumpul dengan yang lain. Oke, kita lihat-lihat dulu apakah kita dapat achievement. Tidak. Ntar juga dapat. Tidak, ini masih 100. Batas jadi kan bisa guys. Event misi. Bisa juga start. Ya begitulah guys live streaming kita kali ini. Jadi kita tadi menyelesaikan misi di Sumeru West ya. Questnya sampai kita menemukan orang gila. Tadi di situ ada orang gila. Terus kita misi selanjutnya itu membawa ke rumah kepala desa ini. Ya tapi karena ini sudah 1 jam lebih dan hampir 2 jam. Jadi sepertinya segitu dulu live streaming kita kali ini. Terima kasih yang sudah hadir meramaikan. Ada Kenan, ada Rido, tadi ada Rizky Pratama, ada Rama, ada Idos, ada Yasa, dan terakhir ada Kopan. Terima kasih sudah meramaikan live streaming kali ini. Jangan lupa untuk like dan juga jangan lupa untuk subscribe yang belum subscribe, dan jangan lupa untuk cepok yang belum cepok ya. Sampai jumpa di live streaming selanjutnya. Terima kasih.